It's the 5 most fascinating people in Swift Current. Proudly supported by the Swift Current Mall, the Center at 1 and 4, the City of Swift Current, where life makes sense, the Living Sky Casino, Live It Up, the Prairie Post, Prairie Life, Prairie People, and by Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you.
One of SIGA's corporate values, Wetaskiwin, relates to living together on the land. As a new First Nations entertainment business in this community, the Living Sky Casino is a proud supporter of this initiative. These 5 individuals are great examples of how everyday people can inspire and lead others.
In today's Spotlight, Mike Kucik, a man dedicated to the sport of boxing and helping others achieve their best potential. Mike Kucik's passion for boxing started as a young child growing up on a farm near Cadillac. Back in the days before television, Mike and his family would gather around the radio every Friday night and listen to the Gillette Cavalcade of Sports. Admiring the likes of Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Rocky Marciano, a young Mike Kucik started his own training in the family barn.
My dad got me an old gunny sack full of wheat, and I put it in the barn, and I pounded the heck out of that thing till it broke, and then we got another one. And then I guess I was 17 when we found a place in Regina. It's still there, Regina Boxing Club, so Dad got a hold of that, and he sent me there for a winter to train and to box.
Mike balanced his time training for provincials and spending time on the farm, catching the steam train back and forth to Regina. And after achieving success in the ring on a provincial level, he turned his focus to coaching at the age of 19. And now, after coaching for over 45 years through various groups such as the Grasslands Boxing Club in Pontex to his current role at the Swift Current Boxing Club at the Friendship Center, Kucik says times have changed in the ring.
Boxing was a lot different those days. We had no safety features, no head guards, no mouthpieces. It was hard, like almost a professional style boxing. Like there was no safety features of any type. So you just went up there, you had to train hard, and if you won, you won. If you didn't, well, you got a beating.
A father of 2 sons and 2 daughters, Mike's passion for boxing was passed along to his children. While his daughters trained at home for the mere fun of it, his sons were thrown into the sport head first.
Something they had to do. It was a harsh way of doing it, but boxing was no option to them. They had to go ahead and do it on a small scale, and they both took part. They both had bouts. They both won the provincial novice category. And again, they had no say to it. They were going to take boxing. They were going to compete in it. And when the time came when they done school, then they could do what they wished, and they quit at that time. So I was kind of hard on that, but you're going to learn boxing, and you're going to do it whether you like it or not.
5.
Mike's strict outlook on the sport and determination to be your absolute best stems from his time spent working long hours on the farm to a stint in the military. He says boxing, or any sport in general, is like the military in some respects, teaching you lifelong lessons.
It teaches you discipline, and it teaches you something you can look after yourself. It teaches your mind along with your body, so you can have that rest of your life. And I think it's very, very important where we can go in life. We're not really scared of anything. We can pretty well deal with whatever happens, and that happens quite often, even those days. Where if you didn't have some kind of thing, you just kind of shake and then you walk away, where you knew how to handle yourself, mentally wise also. And certainly I felt was an important thing, and I passed that on to the kids there.
And Kucik's passion for the sport hasn't slowed down over the years. Now at the age of 68, he trains 3 days per week at the Swift Current Friendship Center through his coaching duties. He lifts light weights at home, shadow boxes, and the push-ups, a routine which would put many half his age to shame. According to Kucik, training is crucial in any sport.
The kids nowadays want to be somebody. They want to compete in sport, but they don't want to put effort out into it. And especially boxing, to be good at it, you've got to go to bed thinking about boxing. You've got to get up in the morning thinking about boxing. And there's things that happens around here. I tell them what to do on their days off when I'm not here. You got to get up and you got to run. You got to skip rope. You got to do your push-ups and that. Well, I got up too late. And a day has 24 hours. You get up half hour earlier. Or else do your homework before and then you do that after, whatever. Discipline is very, very, very important to get any type of sport, to be good at it.
Kucik further adds, learning from your mistakes is key in achieving success at any level. Words of advice which he passes on to his many athletes in his strict but fair method of coaching.
that's the point of time we take time to rationalize and think why we lost that bout or game or whatever. Was it not enough conditioning? Was it not enough discipline? Was it not enough training? Was it not enough listening to the coach, whatever it was?
In addition to the many awards he's received over the years, including Coach of the Year for his involvement with the provincial team in the late 80s, Kucik says the biggest highlight of his career to date was his coaching time in the '91 Canada Games. Now, after coaching hundreds of athletes over the years, he says his passion for boxing remains strong and is why he makes the drive in from Pontex 3 times a week.
You get tied up with these young people and you get attached to them. When you see somebody coming in here, like we got people coming out of Maple Creek, oh, holy cow, they come that far away for boxing. How can you not be able to come in here and do whatever you think to help those kids up there? And it keeps me going. It keeps me something to get up in the morning. Hey, I got to go Swift Current, or I got this. This kid is maybe a little bit hurt and whatever, or not feeling good and that. So you can take an interest in these young people and you get attached to them. So you try to do whatever I possibly can to go along in the sport of boxing.
Having lived in the Pontex Cadillac area all of his life, operating a number of local businesses, and enjoying hunting as a hobby, Kucik says he can't think of anywhere else he would like to call home.
And to me, I never cared for big cities or anything. It's wide open. You know everybody. If you don't want this, you can go out in the hills someplace, be all by yourself with the kites or whatever, if that's what you want. But it's a big space. Big area, and people on average are pretty good people if you give them a chance to be that way.
Mike Kucik, one of the 5 most fascinating people in Swift Current.